I'm so high up, I'm like high, really getting down. I could never have a kid, then be out here.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA season. Along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
Man, it's been a long summer.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. We have been waiting for this day for a long time. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, their season begins with a stern test, having to open on the road in a building that will be rocking. But it should give us some early insight into how this team handles pressure-filled situations. Because make no mistake, the pressure is on tonight as they chase a victory here in Game 1. After a brisk...
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, direct your attention to center court for the award ceremony.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We'll see the Houston Rockets facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Rockets. Anderson is down low with Capela. Filling out the wings, it's Harden and Ariza. And it's Beverley in at the point. And both teams are pretty loaded in the front court. Chris, that was your neck of the woods, wasn't it? What's it like in there for the big fellas?
Oh, man, they're going to need a lot of ointment after this game. There's going to be a lot of banging. You're going to be sore. You got to bring your big boy hat. No tears. Don't cry to the ref. Just get ready to wrestle. Let's just manhandle each other. Let's have some fun.
I bet you were sore after many games, weren't you, with all the contact inside that lane?
Oh, man, can you imagine taking an elbow from a Mutombo or Shaq right in your sternum? Yeah, you come home and you look at your body sometime, you're like, what is this on me? So it's really physical in there, a lot of stuff that the fans kind of don't see, but you got to love it. You got to be ready for it every night. Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Ariza passes to Harden. High, arcing shot. The Warriors pull it in. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Now, here's Thompson. This is to Barnes. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Green, no luck.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike D'Antoni. David, what do you have to say?
Kevin, he said it was all about taking advantage of what the defense gives them tonight and not forcing things. He said the team that beats us more often than anyone is ourselves. When we lose focus, it's very difficult for us to win. It's something I stressed to the guys on the way to the arena. See if they heard him, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thank you. Sounds like shooting is what he's concerned with most early on.
Yeah, they're looking for a controlled, patient offense today, and the key to that will be shot selection.
It's ball movement. The key is everybody has to stay involved on offense. The best way to get good shots is to make sure the defense can't focus on any one player.
And it's Beverley missing.
Look, they cannot leave him open like that. The D got away with one there.
On the wing, Thompson. Curry with it. Green with a screen on Beverley. Shot off the pick. Rebounded by Capela.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time. T.Ariza, the veteran out of UCLA, he still gives you a little bit of everything on the wing. He's great in transition. He can hit shots from anywhere, but, you know, he's always been a leader.
And with Ariza, you think back to when he was a young player finding his way in this NBA out of UCLA, and Kobe took him under his wing when they played together for the Lakers. And Beverley kicks to Harden. Offensive rebound. Capela with the bucket.
Oh, man, Capela absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
Now here's Curry. Bogut at the elbow. Stolen by Beverley. Barnes against Ariza. Anderson outside. Takes the three. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Now here's Curry. The feed to Green. Puts up a three. The rebound by Anderson.
He hasn't been his best this quarter.
Ariza outside. The tray. And there's Ryan Anderson on the assist by Ariza. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Beverley against Kerr. Green dishes to Kerr. Screen by Bogut. Curry passes to Bogut, and finished off by Bogut.
In my opinion, he's more of a combo guard than a true point. Curry showing Hall of Fame vision that time.
Rockets trail. Here's Beverley. Pass to Capela. He kicks it to Harden. It's rebounded by Golden State. Bogut's got his third rebound on the night.
Everything he is throwing up has been off. He needs to find his groove and soon.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from three.
Now, here is Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Over Thompson. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
It's Curry with the drive, and Capela sends it back. Here's Beverley. And Anderson kicks to Beverley. And he uses the glass on the layup. Beverley's got his second bucket.
And Kevin, when Beverley gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Kicks it to Bogut. And here is Curry. Down low. Deflects the pass. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Rebounded by Capela. Capela's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Harden. Misses off the right iron.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Curry with another miss.
well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Different look here for the Warriors. F.Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Lee comes in for Green. A.Iguodala, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And E.Clark subbed in for K.Thompson. The Rockets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for C.Capela. Gordon comes in for T.Ariza. L.Williams is subbed in for P.Beverley.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass, play the role of the facilitator.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Iguodala outside. That shot off the mark. So Houston will take it the other way. To the middle, here's Anderson. But they'll get another chance. The foul called on F.Ezeli. That's his first foul. Now Williams. Nene outside. Harden outside. Williams outside. The rebound by Ezeli. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Iguodala with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Golden State moving the ball around. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
Oh, that's what you have to love. Using that screen to create space. Just another thing Curry does really well.
Harden against Iguodala. And the rejection by Ezeli. Sinks the triple. Williams has got the game tied up here for Houston. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Clark kicks to Curry. Back to Clark. Lee outside. And Stephen Curry another three. Curry's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Warriors.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Anderson the screen. Here's Gordon. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Gordon's got his first points in this one.
Well, Gordon is crafty. He's great at finding him off the screen. The D cannot afford to lose him.
Curry on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Curry against Williams. And stolen by Gordon. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. The former Sixth Man of the Year in 2015, L.Williams, can fill it up in a hurry.
Sweet Lou. I mean, he is a terrific shooter. He uses that fadeaway to create some space, and he has really become a master at getting himself to the free throw line. He excels in this role in terms of creating efficient offense off the bench.
Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's just a foul out of frustration. I mean, Curry, as always, frustrating the defense, dictating the pace.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Warriors with some changes. A.Bogut checked in for F.Ezeli. And it's K.Thompson in for E.Clark. Stephen Curry hits them both.
And the 2-time league MVP, Steph Curry, one of only 2 active guys to win the MVP more than once in well over a decade.
Harden against Iguodala. Here's Harden on the wing. And it's sent back by Bogut.
And with that condor-like wingspan, Bogut says,
Harden inside the three-point line. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too. Not saying I don't. But they're both fans and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, maintain their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
Thompson and Barnes team up outside. Green is out there with Maurice Spates, and it's Livingston in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Spates. Here's Green, and that one drops for him. Green's got his second basket of the game.
You have to be careful. This is where Draymond can really hurt you, converting off the miss.
Screen by Capela. And Beverley kicks to Capela. Passes it to Gordon. Here's Beverley. Five to shoot. Off the screen. Deflected by Green. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Off the screen. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
And the way Ariza uses his length to get to the basket is just sensational. Just tirelessly attacking the rim.
And last season, the Rockets retired Yao Ming's number for the organization, a career cut short by injuries, but he was such a huge part of the history here, and it was great to see that honor bestowed on him.
Oh, yeah. Yao Ming, one of the largest players I've ever seen in this game. I remember having to go up against him. He was so skilled for a player his size. Had some great battles. And
he makes that one. Capela's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Barnes. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up, locates the man.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Now here's Gordon. They set the pick. Back to Beverley. Fires the three. It's stolen by Green. Now the dish to Thompson. And stolen by Gordon. And it's Houston on the break. Capela inside. Guarded by Spates.
What a battle for that rebound there. He did an outstanding job in getting position and hauling that one in.
And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Count the basket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Barnes. And, Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular. And with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Beverley.
And Beverley has wonderful moves and has a great stroke from downtown. Gotta love how he rises up with plenty of confidence.
And Thompson kicks to Livingston, and that one is stuffed right through.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with. Your teammates are following.
So it's the Rockets now. The Warriors making the shot. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dekker. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Green kicks to Thompson. On the wing, Barnes. From outside, off the mark.
No 3-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
And it's Ariza in the corner. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And the 3-point shooting skills of Ariza are just lethal. A volume shooter from there who can flat out light it up.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, S.Dekker was pretty much redshirting his rookie season. Now, he's developed into a solid option off the bench. He plays with the efficiency that you want at the 4 position. He has good range, and I think he'll get better.
Now, here's Livingston. Here's Thompson. To the paint. The kick out to Spates. Ariza against Barnes. Warriors the rebound. Second shot opportunity. Good D by Ariza. And with Dekker, who played only 3 games as a rookie due to that back injury you mentioned, he played in a couple Final Fours for Wisconsin. He was a top pick in the NBA draft. He's very athletic, and Chris, his ceiling is unlimited.
Yeah, Dekker could develop into a nice catch-and-shoot player as he develops. He goes after the offensive glass and gets his team extra possessions as well.
Now here's Livingston. After C.Capela's miss. Fires, high post. Barnes can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Dekker. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Chris, you certainly played with some colorful characters during your career. Which players do you think are the biggest personalities now in the NBA?
Wow, when you think about the biggest personalities now, I mean, I think about a guy like Westbrook that's so soft-spoken, but his game is so loud that, you know, you have to take notice. Draymond Green, I think he's always been a guy that has never shied away from a microphone or the limelight. He's another guy that comes to mind. And so, and I think, you know, you always have to look at LeBron just because he garners so much attention, just because what he does is always going to be headline news, that he has fun with it. And so those 3 guys come to mind when I think about the biggest personalities in the league.
Now, here is Harden. Anderson the screen. Goes up off the...
Watch out. Watch out. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Curry against Williams. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Curry's got 14.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. Not something that a lot of us saw coming.
That's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
Here is Harden. The Warriors making the shot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Harden's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets. Golden State's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Here's Looney. Here's the screen. Curry passes to Looney. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Harden. From downtown, bangs home the trifecta. And it's a 6-point Houston lead.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Curry against Williams. Curry kicks it to Looney. To the inside. It's deflected.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And the rejection by Iguodala. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Harden kicks to Brewer. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Corey Brewer, a player who has never been known for his offense. But, Chris, you have to appreciate the energy he plays with. When he's on the floor, it seems like everyone on his team is moving a little bit faster than normal.
And Brewer is a solid transition finisher, but yeah, his offense is what he is known for. He came into the league as a defender and has always hung his hat on that. He has very quick and lengthy arms that can bother perimeter players.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. Williams dishes to Nene. Williams sets a screen for Nene. It's Harden with the drive, and the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. Harden's got 13.
And when Harden sees a clear lane to the hoop, just move out the way. He jumps on it. So relentless in how he exploits open space.
Curry passes to Bogut. Hangs. Rebound by Williams. Rockets leading by 10. Takes a 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Iguodala back to Curry. The kick out to Barnes. Bogut sets a screen for Barnes. Now the pass to Bogut. Barnes outside. Now here's Curry. He's got 14. Bogut high post to end the run. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Curry against Williams. Here's Nene. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. For Houston, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And the first one drops.
You know, yeah, I think back to when I was fortunate enough to join the Warriors as a rookie, made the playoffs as a rookie. Then the next year I didn't come back, and it was strange to see them not in the playoffs for such a long time. But look at how far this franchise has come since those days.
Now here's Anderson.
You better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a 3rd foul before halftime.
And the Warriors, as you said, Chris, have come so far from their years of despair back in the 90s. Couldn't happen to a better, more supportive group of fans.
Let me tell you something. From the days I played there, or of course before that, the Warriors fans have always been known as some of the most loyal fans in the NBA. Whether the team is up, whether the team is down, whether it's thick thin, or whether it's sunny outside, or whether it's a storm. These are some of the loudest fans, one of the loudest arenas in all sports.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
That's good from Barnes. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Barnes hits them both.
Well, after getting to the stripe in the first quarter, he's definitely been more assertive driving inside.
And here is Williams. He's got 8. Harden outside. The Rockets again can't hit.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much. Lou, in the first half, your offense was clicking. What was the difference getting off to a hot start?
I think we play with a lot of energy. The ball swinging around. They're using a lot of help side defense. We're just taking advantage of it.
And really breaking them down. Thanks, Lou. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited, honey.
Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. With an excellent team performance in the second quarter, they were able to push ahead, scoring easily and defending with a lot more intensity, pushing out to a 10-point lead here at the half. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
We welcome you back to the beautiful Bay Area with the lights of Oakland illuminating the evening. The second half just about to get going here. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and sometimes you find...
Rockets leading by 10. So on the floor for Houston. Ariza and Anderson holding down the forward spots. Beverley and Harden are the 1 and the 2. And it's Capela in at the center position.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
And that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result. Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
And for Houston, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Now Beverley. Back to Harden. Anderson the screen. Ariza has the open look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his third assist on the night. Warriors trail by 12. Left side Curry. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 6.
And for a guy who has really improved his outside shot, Draymond is still doubly effective inside.
There's the screen. Capela kicks to Harden. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
Well, James Harden has always acted as the initiating guard in any offense he's been in, but last year he just took it to a new level. Coach D'Antoni, Harden was running the offense. He ended up with double-digit assist numbers for the season.
Green with a screen for Thompson. Back to Green. Stolen by Anderson. And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Capela with a screen on Thompson. Pulls it from the elbow. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 17 points for James Harden. And those assist numbers for Harden, a career high by a mile. Crazy to think a player who came in from Arizona State was viewed as a spot shooter is now a double-digit assist guy.
You know, people always debate whether or not Harden is a point guard or a shooting guard, but honestly, who cares? He just has game. His role in the offense is that of getting buckets or setting up teammates. I mean, to assign a label to him, for what? He has game.
Wasted no time on that one. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's what's good about Draymond. He doesn't shoot every three that comes his way. He tries to only takes the one that he likes, usually open.
They set the pick. Capela dishes to Harden. Another miss by Harden.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Denial.
And Beverley just goes all out on defense, which is what allows him to come up with these rejections.
And there's the call on K.Thompson. That's his first foul. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Beverley with the ball. 7 points in the game. Harden right side over Thompson.
With the anticipation, the angles Clay takes defensively, really impressive.
Curry kicks to Bogut, out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Houston.
And boy, they've been producing points both inside and out. That kind of symmetry offensively is a great sign, and it's correlated with their early success.
Rockets leading by 14. Harden outside. Over Thompson. Steps back and drains the jump shot. 19 points for James Harden.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Curry passes to Thompson. He dishes it to Green. Pass to Bogut. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 3 over Anderson. Green, no luck. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ariza against Barnes. Ariza, no luck.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 9th assist in the game now. Beverley dishes to Harden. Screen by Capela. Kicks it out to Harden. Good on the triple. Harden's got 11 points in the quarter.
They don't look as active on defense this half. They haven't been as sharp out there.
Outside Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. On the wing, Green. He feeds it to Bogut. And Capela sends it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
And one thing that Steve Kerr has done so well in his coaching tenure is his ability to handle multiple stars on the same team. You look back at the history of this league, and it isn't always smooth sailing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this much talent on teams, you can get guys clashing. But Kerr has the team playing as a unit, and players are happy to sacrifice their own stats for playing better basketball. He has everyone buying into the culture they've created.
Free throw good by Curry. And both free throws good for Curry. Rockets leading by 18. Here's Beverley. He has 7. Harden with it. Bogut picks him up, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut, and that'll be his third foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Lee comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Houston also making some changes. Gordon comes in for James Harden. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
I love and admire Anderson's consistency. A terrific stretch four, a real matchup problem for many teams.
To the paint, here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timely.
Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Gordon kicks to Capela. Gordon a screen. Williams for 3. That one misses. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Rockets leading by 17. 13 feet away. That one rolling around and rims out. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Oh, you know, an underrated part of Thompson's game, the ability to dominate at the cup.
Gordon against Thompson. Ariza sinks the triple. Ariza's got 13.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Now, here's Thompson. 14 points for him. Feeds to Ezeli, and it's Ezeli with the jam.
Well, as a defender, you have to play Thompson to shoot. I mean, even drive, though, but that opens things up for the roller.
And here's Gordon. Outside Williams. It's Ariza on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Ezeli's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Iguodala. And too long on the shot.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Gordon, the pass to Ariza. From 12 feet out. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
Ariza against Iguodala. And that one, good. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, and if anybody deserves a ring, Iguodala was right there at the top. A guy who gives 100% every night.
Houston moving the ball around. And the rejection by Ezeli. Livingston dishes to Thompson. In the corner, Iguodala with it. No good there. Good D by Ariza. Rockets leading by 16. And Chris, as your career progressed, your free throw shooting percentage jumped up about 20 points higher than when you started. That's not the case for a lot of players. Just how hard is it for a big man to improve their free throw shooting throughout their career?
Okay, that's probably one of the things I'm proudest of is that I have a record for going from worse to that best improvement. And I worked out hard. I had a shooting coach, Buzz. We worked out every summer. I would take him everywhere with me, Kev. I mean,
really?
I would take this guy to the club, to church, to a restaurant, he'd have to wait outside the bathroom. Everywhere I went that summer, I wanted him, with me because you have to focus and concentrate on it. You think about it, you have to change not only your mental habits, your repetition, but your thought process. So step 1 is the figuring out that shot. Step 2 is how many repetitions. Step 3 is can you get that in game time atmosphere. And you really can't unless you punish yourself in the summer with running. So if you have to do a suicide every one you miss, or it just was just so much work and intensity on it because you have to build up so much trust. Because the reason why guys shoot bad free throws, they don't trust it. They shoot a different way every time. And it was fun becoming better at that. But that's probably one of the toughest things I've ever done was get better at shooting free throws because the concentration and the time allowed it to improve.
Here's Gordon. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And when he's healthy, Gordon is extremely effective, an incredible scorer who fills up the stat sheet.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Different look here for the Warriors. A.Bogut, he's checked in for Ezeli. Green comes in for D.Lee. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for A.Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for S.Livingston. All free throws good from E.Gordan. So it's the Warriors now. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside Curry. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. The 3 ball. Williams with the defensive effort. And so it's Houston, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific 3-point shooting display. Right back after this break. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense, play inside out when you can.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Maurice Spates out there with Bogut, and there's Iguodala. And it's Green, and it's Barbosa in shoot guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now Harden. Pass to Z.Qi. There's the 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists tonight.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
And that one's good. Green.
He's feeling it this half. Total turnaround after a rough first half.
Williams kicks to Harden. Nene with the screen on Barbosa. Here's Harden. Draymond Green pulls it in. Warriors trail by 16. Dishes it to Barbosa. Good on the 3-point shot.
Always keeping his head up. Draymond rarely misses the open man.
Harden with it. And it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Barbosa. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Leandro Barbosa. And he makes the first. Well, you want to talk about a coach who's known for bringing offense to a team, then Mike D'Antoni is your guy. Widely regarded, Chris, as one of the best offensive coaches in the league and is the godfather, many say, of the 7 seconds or less style of play.
Yeah, you look up at how this team runs their sets and pushes the tempo. It reminds you a bit of how the old D'Antoni Suns played. Certainly whatever team D'Antoni coaches, they're going to have some entertaining and up-tempo play.
And Chris, I know you've been executive producing and hosting various TV shows. You had a great NBA career, obviously, and it seems like you continue to find success. How's that been for you?
Well, I try to take the same lessons I learned in sports. You know, when I first got to Golden State, the first man I searched out was Chris Mullin and found out all of his habits and stole all of his knowledge, and I tried to take that and move forward, and I try to do the same in other areas. I try to work with the best. I try to learn, work hard, work my way up the rookie ladder and see what happens, and so I'll just align myself with some really great people, some wonderful thinkers and hard workers, and hopefully I'll continue to have fun like I am doing. So it's been a great ride.
You're always learning, right? You never stop learning.
Man, come on. It's not just about a school or a class class or one mentor. It's about everyday learning so that you can kind of learn and put people's knowledge with your unique sense of self and make it work. Why not learn on someone else's dime? Why go through life making mistakes when other people can kind of let you know, wait, I did this, you want to think about that, and kind of just put your own playbook together.
Free throw drops for Barbosa. Well, you knew that the Rockets were going to be an offensive juggernaut with their roster and Mike D'Antoni at the helm, but seeing it in action is still jaw-dropping at times. I mean, you're amazed. They can put up a lot of points in a hurry.
Yeah, and the team plays at an incredibly high pace, which accounts for some of their big moments. But they do a good job of finding smart shots and making the most of their possessions. This team can truly be scary when they're clicking.
Well, the Rockets, Chris, aren't known for their defense, but it probably gets a worse rap than it should. They allow a lot of points, especially due to their pace of play.
And part of that is just a viewpoint from the past few years. I mean, Harden says he's recommitted himself to the defensive end, which has helped set the tone. Defense does just enough to let their offense win games.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Barnes, who's checked in for Bogut. Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Maurice Spates.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Williams against Kerr. Williams double team. Stolen by Thompson. Curry passes to Green. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on James Harden.
I mean, just the ultimate glue guy. Green's strongest asset may be his ability to contribute across the board.
As competitive a guy as Draymond Green is, sometimes he can get in his own way. There's no doubt about that. Not entirely his fault. The calls don't seem to fall in his favor a lot because he is so physical, and perhaps, Chris, because of his reputation. We don't even need to go into his natural shooting motion.
Yeah, with the leg, but with Draymond, that just comes with the territory. He presses buttons of reps and opposing players, and sometimes with the fans. I mean, yeah, he loses out on calls, but at the end of the day, he's a guy that everybody in the league hates, but will want on the team.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
This is a beautiful thing. They are really playing to the maximum potential of their abilities right now on offense. A scary place to be in if you're the D.
Nene dishes to Harden. Chi. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Chi's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, you just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
And it's Green slamming it down.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Williams kicks to Harden. Passes it to Chi. Lets the three fly. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors trail by 4. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First one falls for him. And Chris, you were only briefly with the Warriors at the start and the end of your career, but you had plenty of big moments with that club. Any stand out to you as a favorite?
Oh, well, I think the playoffs, almost averaging a triple-double in the playoffs, for me, it was something very special. Going behind the back on my good friend Sir Charles, of course, is one of the first experiences I had there, and also my first NBA game. I mean, being in front of those crazy fans in Oakland, that atmosphere is unlike any other, and jump ball and winning it and scoring my first bucket. So many special moments there. Rookie of the Year, being awarded that with my father at center court there at that arena is something I'll never forget.
With some arc, and it's Williams. That time the assist by Nene. Nene's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
And he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. He still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And One thing you can say, though, defensively, still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
The Rockets making a switch here. C.Capela, he's checked in for Nene. Anderson comes in for Chi. E.Gordan, he's checked in for T.Ariza. And it's P.Beverley in for Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Beverley, and the rejection by Iguodala.
The ability to go vertical, Iguodala's sneaky shot.
Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
He just has great timing for when to go for the steal. He can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
That's a 2 from Gordon. The Rockets again can't hit.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Houston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Anderson the screen. Thompson against Gordon. And Anderson has it in the corner. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got 8 here in the quarter.
You want your team leaders to step up big for you in these type of situations. Draymond obliges.
And the basket by Gordon.
Well, come on, he's a fearless scorer. Gordon has plenty of experience nailing these type of shots.
Curry kicks to Green. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Green, the screen.
As cool a customer as you're going to see. Iguodala loves the pressure.
Houston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Here's Harden. Sweet little floater. Harden's got 26.
Oh, man, there's no denying that Harden nails these shots all the time. Love how he just takes over these possessions.
Curry against Beverley. Outside Curry. Now the feed to Green. Good work defensively by Capela.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
Houston moving it around. He kicks it to Anderson. Over Iguodala. And it's Houston with another.
Well, they trust Anderson in these situations, Kevin. A primetime scorer. He loves being the go-to guy in these situations.
Here's Thompson. Green kicks to Thompson. Misses the 3. Rockets leading by 3. Gordon with no one around. And it's off from 3-point range. Curry passes to Barnes. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too. That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
Guys, more than a roar, more like an explosion.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in.
Guys, that was critical. That's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
1:15 left in the 4th quarter of this one. There's a screen. Screen by Capela. Harden outside. Here's the 3. Got a piece of it. Barnes kicks to Kerr. The dish to Green. Yes!
That is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 2. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Draymond Green.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He said, we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time.
That shifty, unpredictable, herky-jerky nature of Gordon's game, it allows him to get to the line. The D never knows exactly how to go.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so he makes both from the line.
Now that's a nice trip to the line. Maintaining focus in a tight battle so far.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Curry dishes to Bogut. It's stolen by Capela. Here's Beverley. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Capela. Here's Harden on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Misses the 3. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Outside Kerr. Gets the game-winner to fall.
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
An incredible last-second shot. He's the hero for the day.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Steph, you guys were down. How did you get back, and what did you do to spark your team?
I don't know, just be aggressive. That's all we do. Shots are going to fall. As long as we got defensive stops and kept ourselves in the game, that we have enough talent on this team to turn the tide. So it says a lot about who we are and what our mission is this year.
Great win, Steph. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.